Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever makeup tutorial. You'll have to bear with me, I'm going to be trying to do this all in one take, so it might not be perfect. So this first video is going to be about doing your face, so doing the base for makeup. So first of all, I've cleansed, toned and used the serum from the Sonia makeup range. Now I'm just going to moisturise. This is the Aloe Sonia Balancing Cream. It's really important to moisturise before you do your makeup because it starts you off with a really nice base. So just rub that in. Make sure you get it all the way down the neck. You can see my skin's not looking particularly good today. I've just been really ill for a couple of days, so I'm looking a bit worse for wear. So the first thing I'm going to apply is the Aloe BB Cream. This is one of my favourite products. The BB Cream is almost like a foundation, but it's a lot lighter and it's hydrating. This has got SPF 20 in it. This is really good value for money. This lasts me, I wear this every day, and it lasts me about 6 months. So if I apply it to my little brush, that's about how much you need for your whole face, which is really, really good. I just do a little bit of a dab, looks a little bit like war paint in the beginning, and then just rub it in. I hope the lighting's okay so you can get a decent look at kind of how well it covers you. So you need to get the whole face, in the eye. Obviously the lighting's not as good as it would be in the mirror, so it might not be perfect. Because obviously I'm just using my camera. So as I say, I wear this every day. I usually wear it under my makeup, as you'll see what I'm going to do today. But sometimes when I'm just having a bit of a lazy day, I just wear it instead of foundation. So you can see it's a really light coverage. Covers, you know, the worst flaws and such, but it doesn't give you that kind of richer cover that you get from foundation. Okay, so that's the BB cream. So next I use the cream to powder foundation. So what I do with this comes in lots of different shades. To get the best kind of mixture I use the Aloe Nourishing Serum, and just use about 1/4 of a pump of that, and that just mixes it up, makes it a little bit more liquidy for smoother application. It's kind of down to personal preference whether you do that or whether you just kind of use a bit of water to activate it. I personally love using the serum because it makes a much more silky, smooth application, and it just smells really, really good, and it's really good for your skin. So apply it all over. So again, the foundation is just a bit of a thicker coverage than the BB cream. Gives your skin a little bit of colour as well. I'm looking quite pale at the minute because, as I said, I've just gotten over being quite ill for the last few days. So you can apply this using a sponge, down to personal preference. I personally quite like using a brush now. Easier application and it doesn't absorb as much of the makeup as a sponge does. So I do all of that, and then I take a sponge just to kind of buff it in, especially if you're like me and you've got slightly oily skin. It can remove just any little bits of shine if you end up with a little bit of that, like that. Now, from one of my favourite parts of the makeup range is the concealer stick, concealer pencil. This comes in 3 different shades, so light, medium and dark. Now this costs £18 for the whole pencil. I bought this pencil about 10 months ago. So you can see I've still got loads left. This is the best value concealer I have ever come across. This is going to last me at least a year. And for £18 and 8p, you tell me if you know of a better value concealer than that. And another thing I noticed, I left it on the windowsill on a hot day, it's where I keep all my makeup, next to my old concealer, and when I picked them both up, I noticed that the old concealer had completely melted. You know, the old sort of concealers that look a little bit like a lipstick, totally melted in the heat on my windowsill, whereas this was completely untouched. You wouldn't know there was a difference in the temperature. It was brilliant. Just kind of pencil it on, dab it in, and then on the eyes. Always do it onto your ring finger and then dab under your eyes. You don't want to be pulling the skin under your eyes, it's very, very thin, it's very, very delicate. So you don't want to just kind of be scraping it on and pulling away all of that. Okay, so that's the concealer. And then finally, just to finish the base of the face, use a finishing powder. Now again, using this is down to personal preference. With this particular foundation, some skin types don't really need to use a finishing powder on top. It's just more if, again, if you've got slightly oily skin like me, it just kind of helps to reduce that bit of shine and finish it off. And I personally prefer the feel of it after I've added some powder to it. Let's just whack it on all over. Make sure you get it on the eyelids ready for when you do your eye makeup. All over the neck to really blend it in. And then finally, I'll just use a little eyebrow brush to get any little bits out of the eyebrows. And that's that for the face.